Right now, your cat might be suffering in absolute silence from a hidden danger sitting right on your kitchen floor. That traditional ceramic or plastic water bowl you use every day is quietly driving them into a state of chronic dehydration, and it is the #1 trigger for irreversible kidney disease. To understand why your cat is refusing to drink out of a perfectly clean bowl, we have to travel back thousands of years into the African desert. Our domestic cats are directly descended from the African wildcat, and in the wild, survival depended on one very strict rule: never drink from stagnant puddles. Still water in nature is a breeding ground for deadly bacteria, parasites, and lethal toxins. Because of this, felines evolved a hardwired biological aversion to standing water. Their brains associate anything that isn't moving with danger. When you place a standard bowl of water on the floor, your cat's ancient predatory instincts kick in. To them, that water is dead, unsafe, and completely unappealing. They don't see it as a refreshing drink, they see it as a biological risk. Furthermore, cats have incredible peripheral vision, but their close-up vision is actually quite poor. They genuinely struggle to see the surface level of still water. This is why you often see your cat dipping their paw into the bowl or splashing it around, create ripples just to see where the water actually starts. It's not a cute quirk, it's a frustrated animal trying to navigate a flawed drinking setup. This instinctual rejection of still water has created a massive health crisis in modern households. According to recent veterinary data, over 1/3 of cats over the age of 10 suffer from chronic kidney disease. But clinical studies point to a much more alarming trend. Early-stage kidney stress is now frequently diagnosed in cats as young as 3 to 5 years old. Why is this happening? Wild felines get nearly 70% of their hydration directly from their prey. A mouse or a bird is mostly moisture. But in our homes, the vast majority of cats are fed a diet consisting primarily of dry kibble. And kibble only contains about 6 to 10% water. When a cat eats dry food, they are starting from a massive hydration deficit. Because cats naturally have a very low evolutionary thirst drive, they don't instinctively make up for this deficit by running over to a water bowl. Instead, they live in a state of low-level chronic dehydration for years. By the time an owner notices the actual clinical symptoms of kidney failure, up to 75% of the kidney's functional capacity has already been permanently lost. Nephrons, the filtering units of the kidney, do not regenerate. Once they are gone forever. As a pet parent, you need to look for the subtle warning signs of dehydration that most people miss. Try the skin tinting test. Gently pinch the skin between your cat's shoulder blades. In a well-hydrated cat, the skin will snap back instantly. If it stays up or takes a couple of seconds to sink down, your cat is already dehydrated. Other signs include dry, sticky gums, a sudden loss of energy, or a coat that looks dull and unkempt. So, how do we outsmart thousands of years of evolutionary biology? The answer is simple physics. We must replace the stagnant bowl with a circulating water fountain. The moment water begins to flow, it completely changes the dynamic. The sound of trickling water acts as an auditory beacon. It triggers your cat's predatory curiosity and drinking reflex. Moving water also aerates the liquid, constantly infusing it with oxygen, which makes the water taste fresher, crisper, and much sweeter to a cat's highly sensitive palate. Lethal trap alert. You cannot just buy any random fountain off the shelf. Material science matters immensely here. Cheap plastic fountains are highly susceptible to micro-scratches over time. These tiny scratches become a sanctuary for deep-seated bacteria and biofilm that cannot be washed away. When your cat's chin rubs against this bacteria-laden plastic, it triggers a painful condition known as feline acne, resulting in blackheads, scabs, and infections. To protect your pet, look for fountains made from high-grade surgical stainless steel or food-safe antimicrobial ceramics. These materials are completely non-porous, incredibly easy to sanitize, and will never harbor bacteria. Additionally, a great fountain utilizes multi-stage filtration. An activated carbon layer strips out chlorine and heavy metals from your tap water, chemicals that smell incredibly harsh to a cat's powerful nose. Meanwhile, an ion exchange resin layer softens the water, which directly helps prevent the formation of painful bladder stones. Once you have the right fountain, you have to position it correctly. Many cat owners make the mistake of setting up a beautiful pet station where the food bowl and water fountain sit right next to each other. To a human, this makes perfect sense. To a cat, it's a total deal breaker. In the wild, felines never consume their prey near their water source. A fresh kill can contaminate nearby water with bacteria. If you place a water fountain right next to their kibble, their instincts tell them the water is corrupted. By simply moving the fountain to a separate room, a hallway, or a quiet corner away from the feeding area, you align with their natural hunting instincts, and you'll see their water intake skyrocket. You also need to keep whisker fatigue in mind. A cat's whiskers are incredibly sensitive tactile organs packed with nerve endings. If a fountain's drinking basin is too narrow, their whiskers will constantly brush against the sides every time they try to take a sip, causing sensory overload and stress. Choose a fountain with a wide, shallow top stream that allows them to lap up water comfortably. Finally, let's talk about maintenance. Even with great filtration, a slimy layer of organic matter called biofilm will eventually build up inside the pump motor. Here is a brilliant maintenance hack. Once a week, break down the pump and soak the internal components in a mixture of warm water and white vinegar for 10 minutes. This naturally dissolves hard water scale, eliminates the biofilm, and ensures the motor remains whisper quiet so it never scares your cat away. The transformation that occurs when a cat shifts from a state of chronic dehydration to optimal hydration is nothing short of miraculous. Within just a few weeks of introducing a high-quality water fountain, you will see a profound change in your cat's vitality. Their energy levels bounce back because their blood volume is properly regulated and oxygen is moving efficiently through their organs. Their coat undergoes a dramatic upgrade, becoming incredibly soft, glossy, and shed-resistant because the skin cells are finally nourished from the inside out. But the most significant benefit is the one you cannot see on the surface. By keeping a continuous stream of clean, filtered water moving through their system, you are actively flushing out renal toxins, preventing the crystallization of minerals in the urinary tract, and actively preserving their vital kidney function for the long haul. Switching from a traditional bowl to a circulating fountain is a minor hardware upgrade for your home, but it is a monumental, life-saving intervention for your cat. It is the single easiest, most effective investment you can make to prevent expensive veterinary crises and guarantee your best friend lives a long, joyful, and healthy life by your side.